Ladies and gentlemen, I am Marcus, and this is Artorias. Come on, buddy. Let's do this. Here we find Artorias. Oops. Oopsie. Tainted by the abyss. I gotta remember how to fight this guy. Whoop, too early. Again, too early. Uh-oh, I'm about to die. I should heal. Again. Again. Oops. I'm screwing this all up. There we go. Oh man, should have rolled to the side. He gonna charge up. Alright. Now he's gonna do a lot more damage, so I need to not fuck up as much. Once proud knight Artorias, one of the 4 knights of Gwyn, tainted by the abyss. He can repeat that 3 times in a row. Oops. Out of range. Okay, 2 can play, buddy. Abyss sludge. And that's the Knight Artorias. Absolutely one of the coolest bosses in the series. One of the coolest arenas. He's also a very easy boss. As you saw, I came in playing pretty poorly, but still managed to take him out. If you have 100% block shield, you can block all his nonsense if you got good stability. Sunlight Blade, really cool miracle. Probably didn't add too much to my damage, but really cool. This is my Knight Who Smells of Sunflowers setup here. We got a maxed out Zweihander. We got the Sanctus at 13, Talisman, Brigand Hood, Elite Knight Armor, Brigand Gauntlets, Leggings of Favor. I'm really high level as well, although my Vitality is still low. It's still only 16 over there. But having this high level armor also is a huge benefit. So that's why I can take a few hits and still not really a big deal. Lore-wise, obviously one of the Knights of Gwyn. There was actually cut content. Artorias originally had dialogue that he was actually going to speak to the player. It's floating around all over the internet out there. You can read it on the wiki. He says things like, "Thou art strong, human, surely thine kind are more than pure dark," kind of giving a little bit of insight into how the gods and their servants felt about human beings. And this is coming from Artorias of the Abyss, he's actually walked the Abyss and seen, he's seen pure dark, right? And he's thinking that humans, maybe the prevailing attitude towards humans is that they are creatures of dark, but he's saying surely there's more to your kind than pure dark. Now, once again, this is cut content, so take it however you want, but he begs you to stop the spread of the Abyss and laments that he failed his compatriot Sif. Well, more than just Sif, he's his compatriots. He actually says all of you. We also picked up his soul here. This is not cut. This is actually right here. Soul of Knight Artorias, victim of the Abyss. Soul of Lord Gwyn's Knight Artorias, who was consumed by the Abyss. The legend that Artorias repelled the Abyss only told half of the story. It seems that he was defeated, and his honor preserved by some unsung hero who is the true victor over the Abyss. Now, we know of Artorias' legend at this point, both from speaking with Ingward, and also from his equipment. Sir Artorias hunted the Dark Wraiths, and his sword strikes harder against Dark Servants. We know of Artorias' legend from Ingward and from his equipment, but his soul is right there, straight up telling you it's only telling half the story. And indeed, we are the ones who will conquer the Abyss.
Oh, for Juniper's sake, put some spring into your step. Did you really slay Knight Artorias? I'd heard the Abyss found him first, but even still, that's absolutely treacherous. Yes, magnificently so.
Slaying one of the Lord's knights, regardless of whether or not he was tainted by the Abyss. Chester is at least saying that's absolutely treacherous.
Believe it or not, Ulusil has brought the Abyss upon itself, fooled by that toothy serpent. They upturned the grave of primeval man and incited his ornery wrath. What could they have been thinking? But to you and I, it's all ancient history. You have to ask yourself, does it really matter?
You know, it almost sounds like Chester can leave anytime. And the way he says, to you and I, it's ancient history. It almost sounds like he can just leave anytime he wants. He says he can't, but anyway, Ulusil has brought the Abyss upon itself, fooled by a toothy serpent. This is toothy serpent. Now, so far, the only toothy serpent we've met is Frampt, who is wanting to, he's, with Lord Gwyn, he wants to kindle the flames, link the fire of the world, etc., etc., etc. There is actually another, or possibly many more, toothy serpents out there, the primordial serpents, that we will encounter later on in our playthrough here, but yeah, they were fooled by the serpent, and they awoke primeval man.
I've little to talk about, really. Oh, you know me. What do I know? So long.
So long. Awakened primeval man. And incited his ornery wrath. And just up ahead is Ulusil proper. Ah, the township. But first, we have some business to attend to. Alright, there's another major character here in the DLC that we want to speak with today. And we've got some other equipment that we want to acquire. First things first, though. I want to store the soul of Artorias so that I don't have it in my possession. That's step 1. Step 2 is I'm tired of all these motherfucking hollows in this motherfucking burg. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. There we go. Whee! Almost expected gravity to get me there. Now, I don't have quite enough souls for all of this. Oh well. Actually, if I recall correctly, you cannot make a weapon from the Guardian Soul. For who knows what reason. It is, the one, there are a couple of interesting points to the lore of this. I said last time that it's kind of a disappointing boss because it's not super lore significant, but it does say that it's a beast similar towards, closer to the beings known as demons. So you can kind of, there's some stuff to speculate off the nature of demons there, but also that it dreaded the spread of the abyss. But nothing too super important, and I don't think we can make a weapon out of this, so I'm just gonna... That's still not gonna give me quite enough, but whatever.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh?
Now that we've defeated Artorias... Oh, well, and Gwendolyn for that matter, I didn't think about that. Now that we've defeated Artorias, we can buy his armor. Gauntlets of Artorias the Abyss Walker, one of Gwen's 4 knights. The death of their owner can be surmised from the corrosive dark of the abyss, which has compromised their protective utility. So we saw him kind of swathed in dark, and like the blue, purplish color of the abyss spreading all over the place. It's clear that Artorias was corrupted by the abyss. It's also a fascinating point that a lot of people bring up is the fact that his left arm was useless in that battle with him. We weren't fighting a full power Artorias, which is actually like one of many people's great lament. Like, why couldn't we fight the real, like, at his peak Artorias? Possibly because he would have been a cheating bastard with the Great Shield, but anyway, we'll see what exactly happened to his arm as we proceed with the DLC. We also have the Moonlight stuff. Waistcloth of the Dark Sun Gwendolyn, protector of the forsaken city of Anor Londo. The power of the moon was strong in Gwendolyn, and thus he was raised as a daughter. His magic garb is silk thin and provides hardly any physical defense. This crown of the gods demands faith immeasurable of its wearer, but it is imbued with dark moon power that enhances all magic. The image of the sun manifests Gwendolyn's deep adoration of the sun. Another thing too, they say here the power of the moon was strong, thus he was raised as a daughter. I think that's possibly just an excuse. He had tentacles coming out of his, instead of legs, he had tentacles, right? So they're trying to cover that up with waistcloths and whatnot, and I think that a lot of the reason why they dressed him as a girl, or quote-unquote raised him as a girl, was simply to try to cover that up. Like, oh yeah, he's got the power of the moon, only gonna come out at night. Actually, you know what? He's actually she, and wear these clothes, gonna cover all this stuff, it's all good. I don't know, like there's lots of different theories about Gwendolyn.
I'm afraid I don't...
Bullshit!
Thank you. That was a fine trade. I have this funny feeling we'll meet again soon. And we'll make another fine trade, of course.
Think we will. Alright, now... can go back to Ulasil. Oh, did I actually rest? Oh yeah, I stored the... I was expecting that to warp me straight back to Ulasil Township. But I forgot that I did rest at Firelink to store the soul of Artorias. Just checking some triggers. Indeed. Now, we see a small grave with what looks like the flowers of Ulasil. Fascinating. So we see a grave there, but that's all. Now, yeah, okay. Let's get this back. We'll probably have to reload the area. Nope. There she is. When you have the soul in your inventory, she appears. I wonder, now that we've gotten her to appear, what happens if I store it again? Sorry, you know me, guys. I'm curious about, like, a lot of people know me for my adoration of the lore of these games, but I like a lot more than just the lore about them. I like the gameplay and the way they're put together, and how about that? She stays. So sometimes I get curious about stupid stuff, and I have to satiate my curiosity. Let's get a good look at Kieran here. I want to point out too that her helm is very reminiscent. Oh, hold on, I can bust this off. Of this, the Painting Guardian stuff. That's not a coincidence. All right.
Are you human? I forgive you. I am here to pay respects to a dear friend. Please, allow me a moment alone.
Are you human? I forgive you.
Are you human? I forgive you. I am here to pay respects to a dear friend. Please, allow me a moment alone.
Are you human? I forgive you. You don't notice this sword that I'm carrying? So that particular line always fascinates me. Now, it's possibly more insight into how the gods and their servants actually thought about humans. As in, generally speaking, they have this kind of negative idea that they're the cause for the fading flames of the world. And that's part of, like, the cut Artorias dialogue would have kind of implied that as well. Surely thine kind are more than pure dark, kind of indicating that the general consensus is that our kind are pure dark, but that he's recognizing something different. She says she forgives us. On the other hand, it could be that she simply has heard that a human defeated Artorias, or knowing Artorias was corrupted by the Abyss, and blaming humans for the Abyss because it's caused by primeval man. Like, there's lots of reasons why she probably should hate humans or could hate humans, but she specifically says she forgives us, and it's a little bit of insight into Kieran's character. Now we have his soul in our possession, as well as his sword.
You? Is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it?
I'm sorry, I cannot.
Yes, of course. I must not be presumptuous. Artorias would not have approved.
I must not be presumptuous. I must not overstep my bounds or the limits of what is or isn't right. So she's saying she can't demand the soul from us. Artorias would not have approved.
What is it? Something else? Have you changed your mind?
No, I'm sorry.
Then you have no business with me.
Well, unfortunately, I do have business with you. I need you to kill me. Don't make me hit you with my Zweihänder. It's not gonna... Or with the Great Sword of Artorias, it's not gonna go well. Please don't kill her. Please don't kill her in one hit. Okay, good. We're fine.
You humans, always taking what you please. Then I shall do the same.
Alright, I need you to kill me. I forgot. Here. Come on. Ooh. Ooh. You're strong. Kind of. Not really. Come on, Kieran. You can do it. Come on, show off the talismans. Please. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna heal. I'm trying to get her to... I believe she can throw Lloyd's talismans, which, you know, could just be gameplay, but could also be taken as having story significance. Maybe if I heal first. There we go. So she actually has talismans of Allfather Lloyd. Come on. You can do it. Funny that she doesn't backstab you.
Such conceit. How did you imagine that the Lord's blade would not reach you?
I hope she sticks around after killing me. I can't remember the last time I actually let her kill me. Yes, I know. We're gonna wait, we're gonna be calm, we're gonna be cool, we're gonna be patient. Let the effect disappear, then reverse hollowing. Nice and slowly, so that we don't get stuck with that bug. I'm back. $840 on the riposte. And then if I two-hand it, 884. Oh, you tricked me. You tricked me. Not that time, though. Oh, man, Kieran, I'm sorry about this.
How? You humans, my dear Artorias.
My dear Artorias. Heavily implied that she had deep respect, admiration, possibly romantic feelings for Artorias. They didn't subtitle that line, but if you were listening closely, you heard her say, "My dear Artorias." Let's Let's see. Dark Silver Tracer is a dagger with insane critical. 160 critical rating. Crazy. Crazy. A dark silver dagger used by the Lord's Blade Kieran of Gwyn's Four Knights. The victim is first distracted by dazzling streaks of the gold tracer, then stung by the vicious poison of this dagger. We also got her gold tracer. Did I already go by it by accident? I did. Oh no! Here I am using L1 and R1 to try to maneuver around quickly. You can't do that. Silly name, bro. There it is, gold tracer. Curved sword used by the Lord's Blade Kieran, one of Lord Gwyn's Four Knights. Kieran brandishes her sword in a mesmerizing dance, etching the darkness with dire streaks of gold. Curved sword. Very cool. Let's see. No, not that's fine. Let's just rock Artorias. Why not, man? I love this. I love this sword, and it looks really cool with this set, too. We also picked up her equipment. From this, we can actually learn that there was more than one Lord's Blade. The Cyclops headpiece is common to all of the Lord's Blades, so there were many of them, but Kieran was determined to earn this soft porcelain mask as a unique decoration of honor. The mask is lined with ivory locks of hair, so there were many Lord's Blades, but among them, only Kieran numbered as one of Gwyn's Four Knights. The Four Knights of Gwyn. Why was she so dead set on earning this mask as a unique decoration of honor? Why was she so intent on being Lord's Blade? Perhaps to be closer to Artorias? It's sort of the implication. They don't really say. Pretty cool looking headpiece as well, but come on. There we go. We'll also check out her armor because it says something a little bit different if I recall correctly. A robe common to all of the Lord's Blades, these deadly women shift nimbly between layers of darkness, etching streaks of gold into the night air and planting visions of terror into the minds of their targets. So the Lord's Blades were women. What's fascinating to me about this is there are a lot of similarities between the design of their clothing and that of the Painting Guardians, particularly the headpiece. And the Painting Guardians traditions have been handed down over time. They protect the paintings of Anor Londo, and it seems to me as though perhaps the traditions of the Lord Blades over time ended up becoming the basis for the Painting Guardians as well, and their way to attack is similar to that of their attack patterns are similar to those of Priscilla's Tale as well. So it's just, I don't know, the Painting Guardians are pretty interesting to me. I know, you combat-oriented guys are probably super frustrated with this episode. Oh my god, nothing's happening! You only fought one enemy! But there's lots of story stuff going on, so we'll have some more action next time. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do, but I have a pretty good idea. And be a little bit more action next time. But first, we have got to make something. I should also say that with Kieran, there's more cut dialogue that seems to indicate that Marvelous Chester stole the ring of Artorias, the ring of the wolf, and escaped with it. And she wants you to bring it back to her as well as his soul. But that was cut from the game as well. Which leads a lot of people to believe that the corpse in the forest that has the ring on it is the corpse of Marvelous Chester. Possible. Or it could be he stole it and died and somebody else picked it up. Any number of things could happen there, but hey, buddy.
Hello. Forge I can. Strong I am.
Forge he can. Strong he am. Yeah, I'll give up a bandit's knife for that. I think it's worth it. Or I could do my long sword and now my broadsword. I don't want to give up any of my weapons. Alright, we'll do the bandit's knife. We can always get more.
Comment soon.
Currently, we're using the quote-unquote true greatsword of Artorias. Right? We just made... Where is it at? The Abyss Greatsword. This greatsword belonged to Lord Gwyn's knight Artorias, who fell to the Abyss. Swallowed by the dark with its master, this sword is tainted by the Abyss, and now its strength reflects its wielder's humanity. See this kind of tarnished version of it. Here, let me equip the other sword in my other hand so we can swap quickly between the two. Can kind of see the differences. Tarnished by the Abyss. True. Tarnished by the Abyss. But it also has a different move set than the normal one. It's got his spinning slash. Standard slash here. But when you two-hand it, fucking awesome flip attack, man. It's a shame that, I mean, god dang. Really cool, really cool. Notice too that this only has physical damage, whereas ours has both physical and magical. Really cool stuff. Alright, so that was a lot of stuff with Artorias today. That was a lot of Artorias stuff, and there's still a bit more to come. There's still a bit more to come, as I've kind of hinted at. But that's going to do it for me for today. Guys, I am Marcus, also known as ENB. I hope you enjoyed The Knight Who Smells of Sunflowers, and I will catch you in the next From the Dark. Let's do the thing.